All right, well, I'm here to talk about um, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I went to go see him recently, and a live show was great. But I'm going to show you, I got two short clips. I'm going to show you a few things. So, the first clip is about he was discussing surface tension. So, let me back up. He does different types of live performances. This particular one was called An Astrophysicist Goes to the Movies, the sequel. And he talked about a lot of movies. It was really cool. The Wizard of Oz, Gravity. It goes on a few things, Star Wars. He mentioned, I got the clip that he showed discussing the physics of surface tension, and it was a clip from Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. And that one was pretty cool. Then he has another one about uh, showing some type of AI thing or something like that. I don't know if it's a clip from a movie or not, I can't remember, but we're going to take another look at it. And the video quality is a little grainy, but I was in the very, very back row, nosebleed section, so we'll see how it goes. So let's start with, let me explain a few more things about it. He mentioned at the near the end of the talk a lot of the movies that he was in. Zoolander 2 and Batman versus Superman. The Zoolander 2 story was kind of funny. That Ben Stiller went and asked him to do an additional role. Ooh, there go the Jets. And they have an air conditioner going, so sorry for that. But he Zoolander 2. So on a model runway scene. Whoa. Yeah, a model runway scene. And it was pretty funny, the clip. They said that's the last clip you see at the end of the movie. But, and yeah, it was a pretty good show. But let's go ahead and take a look first at surface tension and Star Trek 6.
Working on the ship, so everybody's floating. And there's some diplomats in a room, and there are assassins that go to kill the diplomats. And so they have on gravity boots, the diplomats are floating. And this, you're about to watch a Star Trek assassination. Surface tension! So after the scene came out, in all the blogs, people were saying, what's different about Klingon blood? Nothing! All it has to be is what? Liquid. Klingons have liquid blood just the way we do. So look at that. We even had two spheres come together and make a larger sphere. That's surface tension doing that. And so yeah, if you were shot in 0G, your blood would look exactly like this. Just keep that in mind the next time you're in that situation. More surface tension.
Surface tension. So, what's wrong with Klingon blood? Yeah, because people didn't understand how that would work in a 0G environment. surface tension where the outer parts of the molecules will bunch up and create surface tension. But there is one thing I always think of. It's always been a little bit pink of a color. If you'll see this if you ever seen the video game, it's 95 or something, 96, uh, Star Trek Klingon. It was a video game where the actors did videos and you would click on something to show an option to another video, and their blood was pink on that too. You also see this on Star Trek Insurrection when they were in that planet and they were all whatever thing stuff was in the environment that made them all start getting younger and healthier. Or Worf started getting acne, the Klingon version of acne, and then he had pink. So he was bleeding a little bit. It was pink right there. But anyways, that's kind of, I'm getting off topic on them. I don't know what the topic is really, but I'm just having fun. That's all the reason I'm doing this. But yeah, that's kind of what that is. You'll see the Bug's life at the very end of it, and then I don't have that clip, but there's that scene on the movie A Bug's Life where the bug gets a leaf and gets a drop of water dew and just makes it into a lens, and then makes a telescope. As he said, well, first of all, I'm in physics. That's what I do. In optics, if you have a spherical lens, it acts like a double concave lens where you'll produce a real inverted image. And he mentioned that on the movie Bug's Life, image is upright. Now it's only upright if you're within the focal length of that type of lens. It's inverted if you're outside of the focal length. So depending on how close you are, Neil deGrasse Tyson may have been right or wrong, but it was a cartoon, as he said. So he said like they get a free pass because they even got that far on a show that's not even supposed to be about physics. So they got that far already. So that's great. Pretty funny. The surface tension. All right, this next one that he does is shows an evolution, kind of the history of evolution. He takes a jab at political leaders or politicians. So let's go ahead and take a look at this.
Is she 8 years old? She's the smartest person in the entire show. This 8-year-old girl. Pick up the conversation. Mr. Flanders is devout Christian.
Mr. Flanders, how did you make these amazing fish?
Actually, God made some fish that were pretty close to these, so naturally we selected those for further breeding.
So that natural selection was the origin of this species?
Yep, that's exactly... Whoa, you almost got me. Not on my watch.
We're overdue for what? Beer commercial. Let's do it. elected officials. Just saying. We've got 2 more chapters here.
Okay, so I forgot it was a beer commercial he showed. I didn't remember. It was a few weeks since I was at the show, but let's start with the Simpsons reference there with Mr. Flanders and Lisa. Well, natural selection is sometimes referred to as microevolution. I believe in natural selection. That works. You can see it in a short amount of time, just in a couple of generations of breeding dogs. And they do a lot of interesting stuff with fruit flies, universities that I'm aware of and been part of some of that. That works, but so I have my personal beliefs on this, but that's natural selection is selecting information that's already present within the genetic code. It's not adding new information. For those of you who understand anything about information science, maybe you can give me a clue on this, but you have to add information in order for it. Things do not randomly organize into ordered states. That violates the second law of thermodynamics. For those of you who understand physics, you know about this. Which states it's quoted in many different terms, but so here's one version of it. You can tell me other versions. The entropy of the universe can never decrease. So that saying that entropy, which is sometimes referred to as a chaos, randomness, usually when it comes to heat transfer, but it's things do not organize, they disorganize. And you can see this in your day-to-day life. Your room, your house, for example. Things will start getting chaotic. All my stuff, I have to put energy into things to fold my blankets and everything. If you don't, things will start falling and sunlight will burn the top of your roof and it's not going to fix your roof. That sort of thing. But I know I'm pushing a few buttons here by saying that, but that's just my personal beliefs. But it was great though that if you ever get a chance to see Neil deGrasse Tyson live, it's well worth the show. It's well worth it. Yeah. So let's see how that one goes. And I hope this is finding all of you in a good place. So let's see what else we got here. So Neil deGrasse Tyson also, as I mentioned, he mentioned a lot of the movies he was in, and he didn't mention that one thing that I really hoped he was going to mention. He did an episode of Stargate Atlantis. It was called Brainstorm. It was a great episode. I think Bill Nye the Science Guy was in it also. And then there was the banter between the character of David Hewlett's character, Dr. Rodney McKay. The banter between him, Bill Nye, and Neil deGrasse Tyson was great. So it's pretty funny. So if you have a chance to check that out, go ahead. But thank you. And you can look me up on X and YouTube. Mo Undonian. Yes, that's Elvish from Tolkien's work. And I got some to say on that in the near future. Thank you.
Where do you think we are?
I don't know, Arizona, Nevada. I mean, I didn't think people even built secret facilities anymore. It seems so 1950s.
Rodney McKay? I had it on good authority that you were dead.
Oh, haha.
And this would be your sister?
No, Neil, you know, she's not my sister. This is Jennifer Keller, it's Bill Nye, and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You know, from television.
Yeah, of course. Very nice to meet you.
No, the pleasure's mine.
And she's taken, Neil.
No, I didn't mean it that way. No.
Neil likes to steal things from me, things like women and theoretical physics ideas.
Yeah, but who hasn't stolen an idea from the great Rodney McKay?
Oh, so we admit it now.
See, back in the day, whenever any one of these people came up with a new idea or published a new paper, Dr. McKay here would swear that he was already working on something very similar, just hadn't gotten around to publishing it yet.
You say things like, I was about to say that very same thing. Or I was just about to have that same idea.
Hey, at least I didn't declassify Pluto from planet status. Way to make all the little kids cry, Neil. That make you feel like a big man?
See, thanks to Dr. Tyson, Pluto is now the first of the Plutoids, a new class of celestial object. It's cool. Come on, Rodney, it's the 21st century.
Actually, come to think of it, when was the last time you even published a paper? It was like the 80s?
It hasn't been that long.
I think I was listening to that band, A Flock of Seagulls, while I was reading it.
Actually, it might have been pre-Reagan.
Well, it has been great running into you guys. We should maybe get our seats.
Bye.
They can't possibly be dating.
I know. Well, Neil, you're married, so dibs.
She's all yours.
All right, so I added the video of Stargate Atlantis. What do you all think about that? Anyways, this is also another excuse for me to go on another little support, or another little bit of my support, which I've done a lot of support for the Stargate revival series with Martin Jarrow, which was canceled. So if you care out there about that at all, I hope Neil deGrasse Tyson cares, because he's such a great part of that show. And even his scenes were sort of short, but I mean, come on, Stargate's great. We love it all. And I hope everyone out there is having a wonderful day, and do what you can to support that if you like. You can also support me on my YouTube and my X account. And please communicate with me. Try to be friendly, please. I love good discussions and good communication. And thank you, everyone. Bye.